Hey everyone, Humphrey here with Router Gods. Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. in Bangkok, and we are in a new era. I am now known as the Ex-Cisco SE. I left my job yesterday, turned in my badge, turned in my laptop, and then this morning hopped on a plane straight into Bangkok, and we're going to be touring around Asia for a little bit, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot more videos. In the nearly 7 years I was at Cisco, I know that this YouTube channel hasn't had as much activity, and the reason is, well, I'm working, right? I'm working in the daytime, sometimes I'm working on the weekends, so less time, and also you're using a lot of energy at work. So when you come home, whenever you come home, if you come home, there's not a lot of energy left to do other things. Along with that, the meetup group, Router Gods meetup group, I know I've been shirking on my duties a little bit. We haven't had as many meetings, and content has been dropping off a little bit, but despite that, in the last 7 years, we've grown the meetup group to 5,250 plus people. We've helped 40 plus people get into Cisco, and this year alone, we've helped 10 out of 10 get hired into Cisco. And if you're interested in working for Cisco or getting job tips, getting resume reviews, mock interviews, we've helped people get into many other places as well, Palo Alto, Fortinet, etc. We do not discriminate against any vendor. We're vendor neutral. So come on over to routergods.com. We're a meetup group, we're a YouTube channel, we're a Discord chat room, and we've done quite a bit. So as I unpack in the A-Loft, they gave me the top floor, which is pretty cool. I'm burning some points that I've saved up in my long time at Cisco. As I unpack, we'll kind of talk through what's been happening in the last 7 years. So one of the things I do as I travel is I have favorite hotels. One of my favorite hotels in Bangkok are the A-Loft, Sukhumvit 11, along with the West End Grand on Sukhumvit near Asok. And so the great thing about these hotels is they're Marriott, so I get to use my Marriott Titanium Elite status. And what that does is that gets me a welcome gift, whether that's breakfast, upgraded rooms, I get late checkout, and all that good stuff. And today I got a room upgrade to the top floor, the 34th floor of this place, so that's pretty good. So for those you don't know, I started at Cisco in September 2015. September 2015. So that makes it nearly 7 years at Cisco. My first year was as a Cisco SE, as a systems engineer. And a systems engineer is a pre-sales position. And pre-sales means that you talk to the customers or the partners or whoever, and that's going to be before the sale. So you help them spec out the stuff, you give them updates about products, and then hopefully they close the sale and you get a commission. And I've done videos, quite a few videos about SE life and the payment and the salaries and stuff like that. By the way, they gave me a double queen bed, I think. So I'm going to use one of the beds as storage, just to pop my stuff on there. So yeah, first year I was at Cisco. I was based in Southern California, and I was working with a select team, commercial select. So these are decently sized customers. Not too shabby, and had about 12 accounts, I believe, 12, yeah, around 12, and made a pretty big sale with a Southern California grocery chain. I won't name the name. This is also pretty interesting because now that I'm no longer at Cisco, I don't really have to worry about HR doing the disclaimer anymore, so don't need to. That's pretty awesome. I'm still bound under an NDA, so I guess I can't give you the super secret stuff, but if you guys are expecting me to be nice in upcoming videos, I'm not really going to do that. I'm going to give you the lowdown on what it was like to work at Cisco. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out in the next 2 weeks. And the reason for that is, all in all, Cisco is a pretty good company to work for, right? You get a decent salary, you get to learn a lot, but there are downsides, and we definitely need to talk about them. But we'll save that for later videos. Yeah, I'm still going to be using this Cisco backpack. It's not too shabby. I'm probably going to use it until it falls apart. Man, the amount of crap I carry in my backpack is just amazing. So, and this is something that all my AMs and PSSs, and we'll explain what all that is in a bit, but all the people I've been paired up with, every time they've lifted up my backpack, they've been astonished at how heavy it is with crap. But it's now much lighter because I'm not carrying around my Cisco laptop anymore. There's a decent amount of ex-Cisco people that watch my channel. It's quite interesting after you quit. Yesterday at 6:01 p.m., so I turned in my badge, I turned in my laptop. At 6:01 p.m., I looked at my phone and I uninstalled WebEx. I also went on my laptop and I uninstalled WebEx, and it's been great. It's silent now. I don't hear the dings. I don't hear the Outlook. I'm not checking my phone. And as a side benefit, my phone and my laptop, the batteries are lasting so much longer. Usually by now my battery on my phone would be down to almost nothing. But today it's been great. I don't need to plug it into a power bank or anything. My laptop, it's faster. I don't have the MDM on it. I don't have, the WebEx isn't constantly looking for stuff. I'm guessing WebEx would be using the Bluetooth and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm telling you, when you quit Cisco, it's like the Borg implants come out. It becomes very peaceful, very quiet. So continuing on, the first year did well. Cisco Select SE, and if you're looking into a SE job, Select is a good place to be. I think Select is a nice sweet spot. Territory accounts are smaller. You'll be doing it's lots of smaller accounts. You'll be busy. That's for sure. And then enterprise. Yeah, enterprise. Very angry, very angry customers sometimes. It's almost done with my Invisalign. We're in the last stages. I'm on tray 31. And yeah, enterprise, long sales cycles. And what we mean by sales cycle is you initially start talking to the customer about something, and it could be 6+ months. They got to do POCs. There might be a tender, RFP. There's going to be videos on RFPs on a little bit, and it just takes a long time to get deals through. But the flip side of that is, if you get a good batch of customers, the money that you can make is amazing. And that definitely helped me out when it was in my second year. So my second year, I transferred or promoted as a technical solutions architect for Cisco Meraki. So I changed departments, still Cisco, but then with Meraki. And I was assigned to America's GES, so Global Enterprise Segment, if I haven't forgotten my acronyms. Those of you who are thinking about joining Cisco, if you don't like acronyms, not the right company for you. And did that for about 3 years, almost 3 years. You notice I've got a lot of books here. I'm doing this moving to Bangkok. And so another thing is, yeah, I'm going to keep my Singapore location. Why is this camera not tracking me? It should be tracking me. This camera's kind of, sometimes it loses track. We're using an Insta360 webcam. You should see the quality should be pretty decent. And for the microphone, we're using the Rode wireless mic. Okay, so we're doing a little move here, and of course the camera's lost me. I'm going to turn the speed of this tracking too fast. That way you can, there we go. Okay, so we're doing a little move. We're going to stay here in Asia, around Asia for a couple months. I'm going to still keep my Singapore location. But because I've been working so much for Cisco, the stack, my unread book stack has been growing for years. And it's pissing me off. So we're going to take care of that before I do anything else. Okay. So much crap. And in this luggage down here, so I've got this big, massive yellow luggage. There's like 20 pairs of shoes in there because during COVID, I went a little shoe crazy because Singapore had an insane sale on shoes. So we got books upon books, Atomic Habits, Mentally Strong People. We're going to learn some Vietnamese because we're going to go into Vietnam. Mindset, Leaders Eat Last. I've heard that's a good book. Of course, we're going to learn some Thai because we're in Thailand. I'm also going to enroll in an intensive Thai and an intensive Vietnamese course. We're also going to learn Python. We're going to become a programmer. And then we'll figure out what to do. All right. So I went into America's GES for Meraki. Was running around Arizona, California, Utah. You can imagine the customers I had in Utah. Seattle, a couple customers there. And did very well. Did really well, really, really well. And then got the opportunity to move to Singapore. And the cool thing about Cisco is if they like you, if you do a good job, it's pretty easy to go international. I mean, basically, I just asked for it and I got it. So, yeah, if you want to move to other countries and, London, I've had coworkers go to London, Australia, then London, then Singapore. If you want to move around every couple of years and try different places, it's a great thing to do. And then 2.5 years ago, I ended up in Singapore. Right? Man, this thing's heavy. What did I put in here? Oh boy. And then in Singapore, I covered Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, and Vietnam. So quite a decent patch. We're gonna do videos on what it was like to work in Singapore, and yeah. Why does it keep this thing keeps losing me? I think I have a slightly buggy camera. So yeah, we'll do several videos about working in Singapore, what it's like to work in Singapore, how's the work culture, how is it different working in America versus Singapore, cultural faux pas, working with Chinese, Indians, Muslims. That's an interesting one. That's a really interesting one. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun for the next couple weeks as I crank out these Cisco videos. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you watch me unpack everything else. I've got a ton of books. We're going to be looking for condos in the next couple weeks, but stay tuned for a lot more videos. Humphrey with Router Gods, Ex-Cisco SE. Take it easy. Bye.